Welcome back to Seasonal Stays and Campfire Days. We're back at the camper, which means that we get to do more stuff to it. So in this episode, I'm going to be sanitizing the water system and also cleaning out the hot water heater. So it's gonna be a little weird because it's raining outside and I just wanna get this done because it's starting to get late out and I usually do this stuff overnight. So there's gonna be some weird camera angles. So let's go ahead and start doing this. All right, and our next step is going to be turning off the water going to the camper. So we'll go ahead and do that. The next step that we got to do is we got to bypass the water heater. So ours is underneath our sink, so I got to get down here. I removed the panel in order to get to it, and I'm going to go ahead and flip the two on the back here. Okay, it's bypassed. Let's go ahead and start doing other things. All right, our next thing that we got to do is turn off this valve under here. I know it's dark, we're losing light, but we got to go ahead and close that up. That's the fresh water tank's drain. That way we can fill it up. All right, guys, so I'm on the side of the camper with the water hose, and I just realized I did not record what I just did. So here's a brief thing of what I just did. So I had 1 cup of bleach in here. I just poured that cup of bleach right into the water hose. This is the freshwater drinking hose for this, because what happens is you pour that in here, put it into the gravity fill. Now you don't need a funnel or anything to go and put the bleach in. So that's what I'm going to do now, is go ahead and fill it up. Now remember, it's 1 cup of bleach per 50 gallons. I have a 56-gallon tank on this, so 1 cup of bleach it is. Let's go ahead and turn it on. All right, I just turned on the water, which means we'll go ahead and wait until it fills up. It's gonna overflow a little bit. That's how we know it's done. We'll let it fill up all the way, and then we're gonna go and turn on the water pump to push all this bleach water through all the faucets. All right, so it's somewhat raining a little bit more outside, so I decided not to take the cameras outside, but the water tank is now filled. So what I did was I just pulled that hose out, capped off the water fill, and turned the water off at the pedestal. So now we have to do stuff in here. So the first thing that we gotta do is turn our water pump on. There we go, water pump is on. Now we have to go to each faucet and turn on the cold water and the hot water until we start smelling bleach water come through. Yep, that's bleach water. Now I turn the hot side on. The hot side usually takes a little bit longer. All right, so this faucet now just needs to sit. So let's go into our bathroom. And we're gonna do the same thing in here. There's the hot side. We're gonna take a shower. You start taking a shower as we take a left. All right, there's the cold side. All right, and hot side. So those are done. Usually you don't have to do the crapper, but I'm going to do it anyways, just because I can. And the way that I'm doing this method, you could technically still use your toilet. So you're not completely without water. Just don't drink the water. Don't bathe in the water. You know, basic stuff like that. All right, I'm smelling bleach through here. Now remember, it's a very small amount of bleach compared to how big it was, even though it was 1 cup Okay, so we went through all the faucets. The only one that I didn't do was the one on the outside, which I really don't care about that. I only use a garden hose on that one, so it's not a big deal for me. But remember, it's only a small amount of bleach compared to how much actual water volume is in that tank. So it's going to actually be a very small or very faint smell of bleach coming through it. So now that that's done, we're going to wait overnight. It's 8:43 right now, which means this should take between 8 and 12 hours. The dog is playing, and Jen is there stepping on the toys because she's doing stuff, throwing balls at her. So that was that squeak. But it's 8:45 now. So basically, when we wake up, it's ready to flush. So with the magic of editing, we're going right there when we go ahead and flush. And just like that, it's nice and bright. So let's go ahead and finish up the water sanitization. Now the camper has been sitting with the bleach water in here for about a little over 8 hours, which is a perfect amount of time to go ahead and have everything all nice and sanitized. We let it sit overnight. We didn't need to use the water at all. So first thing we got to do is we got to drain this tank, and I'm going to do that in two ways. One is opening up my valve down here to go and let out all the water out of the tank down there. And I'm also going to turn on a couple of the faucets inside to go ahead and kind of help drain it a little bit faster. Remember, there's 56 gallons of here, 53 or 56 gallons of water in here. So we got to go and drain all that out. It's going to take a little bit. All right, let's go inside and let's go ahead and start opening some faucets. All right, now that the tank is drained, we're gonna go ahead and close the valve again, refill the tank up with fresh water, and then we're gonna dump it again. And by that time, there's gonna be barely any bleach in there to do any damage to anybody, even if you're drinking the water. So go ahead and rehook up our freshwater hose. And close it. Now we just got to turn the water back on. All right, it's full. Go ahead and do that. Perfect. All right. Now we're gonna go and drain the tank again. And then by that time, there's gonna be barely any bleach in there anymore. So let's go do this. And then we'll go, while that's draining, we're not gonna turn the water pump on inside. We'll run this off the city water, and we'll go and flush out the lines inside. Let those run for a little bit, and by that time, no more bleach. All right, let's head inside. Okay, so now with the pump off, we're running off city water. We're gonna go ahead and just open the valve. So do the cold side and then do the hot side, making sure that you're not smelling any bleach. So we're dumping the tank now. We ran fresh water through all the faucets, our shower. I did the toilet as well. So the water system is now sanitized. So for the next thing, let's go outside again. And we'll go and get all that vinegar out of the water heater. Get that thing cleaned out. And then the whole water system will be ready to go for the entire season. Okay, so I'm editing this video right now and I'm realizing it's already 10 minutes long. So I've decided to break this up into 2 parts. So this is part 1, which is the RV sanitization of the water system. But the vinegar thing is actually something that I was doing with the water heater to go and clean that out. I was doing that at the same time and I thought that I would be able to put the video together a lot faster, but I didn't. So look out for part 2. That's going to come very soon. And if you found this video helpful in any way, just make sure that you go ahead and hit that like button for me. And make sure to subscribe for more videos just like this. And make sure to comment down below just in case if I missed anything or if something didn't make sense. I will always try and respond to comments as fast as I can. I appreciate you guys watching and I will see ya in the next one.